Broadcast. Bang! Want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Monday, May the 7th, 2012, 4 p.m. Eastern. What a day. What a day. The Euro, the S&P, everything making a monster comeback as I would say those numbers out of Germany, German factory orders, actually very good. Surprisingly good. Up 4.7%. We also had Australian retail sales up 0.9%. Revision was higher as well. That looks pretty good. And we also had their housing building improving numbers up 7.4% out of Australia. So the Aussies certainly making a monster comeback after making lows. Lots of times in Asia this happens. Big moves. Illiquid market, you could say, and then bang. Monster comeback. And if you're listening to my program, you pretty much know, I do not believe the market's going to tank. I don't know if I thought we'd come back in a straight line like we did. I thought we'd have more of a choppy session, just straight up to the moon. A freaking joke. But certainly the Facebook IPO is my spot on the calendar. Hell yeah. Or I think that's it. Enough. Sell in May and go away is going to work. It's just going to be deep into May. So, as we look at the S&P, we certainly see a nice hammer. Doji. Certainly looks like we might want to push higher, maybe 1390. I'm not saying necessarily we're going to make all new time, highs. Not all time, but, multi-year highs. But we certainly should have more of a bounce tomorrow. A lot of charts look very constructive. The euro, we'll take a look in a second. But, we just had the investor confidence out of Eurozone just disgusting, down 24.5. Not a very good number. Canadian building permits surging, up 4.7%. That was a shocker. We do get some other good numbers coming out of Eurozone. We take a look at this dollar index. It's a nice shooting star. And again, when you talk about wedges, amazing. They break it, no real follow through. They break it, no real follow through. So do we really know where we're going to go? It looks to me like we should have follow through to the downside. I would think. Certainly looking at this dollar index chart, it looks like a nice shooting star. We should get a little bearish engulfing. Should we take this out? It's only 8 cents. We should come in maybe 30 cents. So I think we do get some bullish engulfing candles on a lot of these charts. Took a look at oil. Nice hammer after getting drilled. Iran accepting renminbi from the Chinese for oil. I don't necessarily know what kind of deep impact that's going to have, but certainly could have a nice impact. Demand destruction. Europe, listen, we don't necessarily know what's going to happen with Greece. Greece, in my opinion, there's going to be riots in the street. There's going to be more uncertainty. They might not get that payment from Germany. Gold really going nowhere. Made a minor comeback down today. So we look at this euro-dollar daily chart. Again, they break it down. Maybe to break it out. But we certainly held some important support lines. Actually, we broke that by a little. And, of course, came back to the moon. So looking at this euro-dollar, I mean, should we get over 80? That was a close on Friday. That'd be bullish engulfing. We can easily pop up to 31.50. Do I think you're higher than that? Probably not. But certainly, to BOP, that's buy on pullback, probably is the way to go. We do have some good numbers coming out tonight. More German numbers. Industrial production is supposed to be up 0.8%. Last month was down 1.3, so you would think probably a good number. To the moon. Before that, in Asia, we get some London numbers, Rick's house price balance, BRC shop price balance. That's at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Australian trade balance is something to keep an eye on. I mean, look at this euro across the board, euro yen. Look at the hammer there. Wow. Can you say doji? Big time. So this looks like we should get some follow through in euro yen. Euro everything. Euro sterling, while it's not necessarily a hammer, making an impressive comeback. We push up 10 pips, it's going to look a lot different. Very oversold. I'm not calling for an explosion, but certainly a little bit of a rally. And again, that German number was very surprising on the upside. Very. I mean, look at like Euro Kiwi. Came back decent. But I think these babies, I think risk is on. We're going to look at some of these pound trades. I think we got some pound trades. Euro Canada. Roll back over Canadian. How about Bill Gates making a fortune in the Canadian dollar? Go Big Bill. What a call. Maybe he's the one keeping it down. Keeping the loonie up. Oh, baby. Dollar yen, really nowhere. I have no idea. I thought we should have broken, and we didn't. So that probably means we're going up. To the moon. Probably. But looking at this dollar yen, we really get no numbers out of the U.S. again tomorrow. IBD, economic optimism, that's it. That's all I see. Canadian housing starts in the U.S. session. Draghi speaking at 8:30. That could be interesting to hear what he has to say. Freaking moron that he is. Doesn't get it. But now, Holland is going to make him get it. Holland's going to kick his ass and say, more stimulus. We want it. We need it. Let's go into debt. Let's print more euros. Maybe the French will do it on their own. Who knows? But certainly, with Hollande in the House, anti-austerity measures in the House, you would think that means more printing. And you would think that could hurt the euro in the long run. Suddenly printing never really helped things, did it? So looking at this dollar Canada, listen, we're up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row, even though it's not a lot, 160, 70 pips. Certainly could come back down under 99, maybe 50 pips. Again, I'm not looking for monster trades here. Like we'll look at the Aussie in a second, and that one, maybe 50, 70 pips. Australian trade balance. Very curious about that number. Very. Dollar Swiss. Swissy looks good to the downside, even though we don't have a total shooting star. Oh, come on. Come on. Tell you, my premium members all missing in action today. What the hell's going on? Okay. Sorry about this. We're all frozen up. Lovely. Let's see, what can I do? Well, until it comes up, I can show you the Australian dollar. That's a 15-minute chart. Aussie made a nice comeback, took out previous day levels. Oh, here we go. Okay. Dollar Swiss. Nice reversal again. Took out the wedge. Took it out. But now we probably head back down to the lower part of the wedge until we finally get some sort of MoMA at some point. You would think. Freaking joke. But Dollar Swiss, I would say, looks good to the downside. Now, again, those of you that want to wait for a bullish and bearish engulfing. I mean, listen, just because we have shooting stars does not necessarily mean we're going to have a big move. So you could really wait for the bullish engulfing. You could wait for euro to get over 80. Sterling, almost a nice outside candle there. FX Track is lovely right now. Lovely. Cable, after being down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row, having almost a nice outside candle. If this baby gets over 62, it's gone. Like the wind. I'm a long-term bear on the cable, but certainly this daily chart. Nice BOP, nice backing and filling, working off the overboughtness. Coming back nicely today. Looks good. Still waiting on it. God damn it. Now we look at sterling yen. See if it comes up. Nice reversal. A lot of these yens reverse nicely. Real nice. So you look at this sterling yen chart. You get dollar yen to help out a little bit, which it doesn't. It sucks. But it looks like it can grind higher. Certainly have a pop. Certainly if the S&Ps are strong, you would think. And some other ones look very interesting, although they're not closing very well. But pound Aussie, look at that doji. Oh, baby. This one looks a little tired. Australia did have good numbers. Euro sterling looks kind of bullish a little. Stock market rallied. We've gone up over, 1,400 pips in this baby. Maybe it's time. Maybe we get a nice Australian rally. Again, trade balance should be important tonight. Más importante. Mucho. Muy. Pound Kiwi. Another one. Although, not closing very well. Almost at the highs, but this baby's getting a little overbought. And with the stock market rallying like it did today, I could see a little risk on trade. I mean, this baby's so broken out, but again, it's made a big run. And if you get the futures strong, you get a nice reversal in this baby. Absolutely. Oh, interesting timing. Again, I think it's important to have all of them. So you look at this pound Canada. Nice reversal there. Nice shooting star. Broke out. Back in the fold. Could easily come back down 100 pips. At least down to 160. Maybe your sterling rallies. Maybe cable isn't so strong tonight. Aussie. It's a hammer. Hammer time. Hammer time. Hammer time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days down. First day up. We take out today's highs, 102.20? To the moon, Alice. To the moon. And even some of the yens look good. Look at Aussie yen. Look at the hammer there. Look at New Zealand. Dollar. Doji. Hammer. New Zealand yen. Listen, they took this sucker out to the woodshed and shot it. And it made new lows today. Kiwi yen, the same thing. Doji. Made a comeback. Maybe we double bottom. But they look good. Now, how do you want to slice it? Stock market came back. I know the correlation isn't perfect these days. I know things don't work like they used to, which is why this market is much more tough than it has been. But we are oversold. Stock market did come back. Again, you get a strong Australian trade balance. I like it. And the Aussie looks the best of them all as Aussie Kiwi made a nice comeback. Aussie Kiwi's trying to break out. So you get that Aussie Kiwi to continue to rock and roll into that channel line. We get up to 129. Aussie to the moon. It's going to look a lot different, a lot better. So again, I think that when you look at this Aussie could, and you get a good trade balance number in line, because again, trade balance has been falling off a cliff. Exports have not been doing that well. If they make a comeback, that could be very, very good for the Australian dollar in particular, across the board. And Aussie Kiwi should continue that 129 channel. But again, the euro, it's a nice looking doji. Like to see it a little higher, but it's a nice comeback. We take out today's highs, the open 80. We get Momo up to 130, 150 easy. Again, remember, I have two services now. I have a junior service where you get my daily trade recommendations in an email. And remember, with regular premium, I do them in front of you where you get to see me do my trade recs. And that's where I give you stop, buy on pullback or sell on strength with specific levels. And again, I believe in bubbles, meaning, if I'll say, let's say buy the euro 130, 40-ish. Well, maybe you scale in 40, 35, even 30, and then you have an ultimate stop to get out of the whole position. And then I give you a limit, like take half off at 130, 150. So I give specific trade recommendations on at least 13 pairs every night. You get access to my premium Twitter, where I will tweet any course corrections throughout the course of the night, the day, any changes that I have in my trade recommendations if I think we reverse or what have you, and I don't like them per se. And then you get some research. I get some good Goldman Sachs research, Nance, good stuff once in a while, not guaranteed. And I get other research, G-Man, that costs a lot of money, $400 a month. So that's not guaranteed, and I'm just saying, what I'm saying. But if you ask any of my members, you get it pretty regularly. And that's only $50 a month, $300 for the rest of the year. And then, of course, you have regular premium, where you get access to my chat room 24 hours a day, and I moderate that chat room for about 5 hours a day. And we look at charts like we're looking at right now. My premium members are watching the screen, seeing this live. And that's $200 a month, $400 for 3 months, and I even have a year-end deal, a year for the rest of the year deal. So again, if you're interested in trying it out for 1 week free, email me, info@globalfxllc.com. Should be another interesting night. Can't fight the bulls. Got to get on board. The train's leaving the station until the Facebook IPO. Andrew Spanton. Who knows? Global Markets Radio. And if you were premium, you would have been short the euro over the weekend. Oh, baby. Andrew Spanton, Global Markets Radio, the only voice you'll ever need, who truly loves to make you money. Have a good night. Make some money trading. Bye-bye.